Sénatrice Miville-Dechêne.
Merci, Madame la Présidente.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Senator Gold, after the victory of President Trump last night and the upcoming negotiations on free trade with the United States, is the Canadian government reconsidering or questioning its support for Bill C-282 on supply management? I'm in favor of our supply management system, but is it prudent to tie the hands of our negotiators before difficult negotiations even begin? Senator Gold, thank you for the question. The government remains determined to support our supply-managed sectors. Canada and the United States are friends, neighbors, and allies. We are profoundly economically connected. I am certain that the Government of Canada will work with President Trump to create more opportunities for prosperity and safety. Senator Miville-Dechêne. Thank you, Senator. I do want to highlight that 70% of our exports go to the United States. That's our biggest market. In 2017, when Trump was in power, he targeted our dairy industry, and he described our commercial practices as unfair to the Wisconsin dairy industry. Under these conditions, should we perhaps take a step back? Because there's a great deal of uncertainty. Senator Gold. Thank you for your question. We successfully worked with Republican administrations and Democratic administrations. That will continue to be the case. Canadians can be certain that the government will be pragmatic and protect our interests at the same time.
Senator Cardozo.
For the government representative in the House, yesterday was one of the most consequential elections that took place in the United States. I want to go further from the question that Senator Julie Miville-Dechêne raised a few minutes ago. The major issues between Canada and the U.S. are around trade, defence, global affairs and immigration. Will the government be changing course in any of these areas, and how do you see the government negotiating and discussing these issues with the Trump administration?
Senator Gold.
Well, look, as we know, the Prime Minister has already congratulated President Trump on his election and affirmed that the relationship and indeed the friendship between our two countries is long-standing and indeed, if I recall, he said, the envy of the world. We're friends, we're allies, we're neighbors, we're trading partners, we're deeply connected in all respects. Canada and the government of Canada has worked with previous administrations, including the previous Trump administration, will continue to do so, and will organize itself appropriately to deal with the many challenges that that we now face.
Senator Cardozo.
Thank you, Government Representative. My supplementary is with regards to the Team Canada approach that the government and Canada has used in the past, which has involved people of representatives of all parties, as well as business, labour and other interests. Do you see Canada stepping up that kind of integration with the United States, and do you see a role for senators in engaging with Canadian counterparts? Sorry, American counterparts.
Senator Gold.
It is somewhat premature to speculate on the different ways in which we as a country will engage with our American counterparts, whether in political circles, civil society, through the Canada-U.S. parliamentary relationships that many of us are involved with is one way to engage. But I have every confidence this government will use all of its resources, including its relationships across this country and other levels of government, to advance and protect and promote Canada's interests.